So here we are back for this is like the seventh. I remember the number this time. Normally mess the number up. We're back for the seventh Witchbeard's Big Author Sleepover. We've got the lovely Lisa Hutchinson with us tonight, who I've done novels with. We've done 3 novels together. Give us a beef, a beef, give us a beef, give us a brief description of who you are.
I can give you some beef if you like, but
put some potatoes out there. We'll have a meal.
So I'm Lisa, as you know. I've been writing for many years since I was a child, but just kind of lost it. Till I met you. You egged me on and spurred me on.
Curse. That's what it is.
Never. I come from the rainy, foggy northeast of England, County Durham. The village of the damned, we call it. I have a love of...
I'm from the city of the damned, Portsmouth, so that works out. You know what I mean?
Why we get on so well. I have a love of all things spooky, dark, morbid, which is how I met you, through a group that I adminned.
It is, yeah. That was a really good group. It was well, go back to the group in a minute. So you've got we've together we've got out I don't even know what we've fucking done. 12.
Yeah.
Ghoul 2. You've just had a story in the anthology we've put out through Shadow House called, what was your one again? Seven
Swans Are Swimming.
7 Swans Are Swimming. Can't even remember what one I did, to be honest. And but you have something new coming soon, is that right?
I do. I've slowly been working on it for about a year, and you are the only person who has read some of it so far. So I'm hoping to release it probably March next year, if I work hard.
Have you got? Is it got? I know the kind of the title I know, is that the working title, or is that going to be the full title?
That is going to be the full title. It's The Girl Who Loved Skulls. That was me. I had the title before I even came up with the story, so I had to stick with it.
I've done that a few times. I find if I'm writing, I cannot I can't write unless it's got a title. I need to have a title. It's got to have something, and I've got to have a rough idea of a cover. 99 times out of 10, it fucking is. I swear to God, 99 times out of 10, I never use that title or I never use that cover. But I've got to have. So I understand there that you've got the. I did it with erectile dysfunction. I got the title first and went, fuck. Now I've got to write a novel around that. There was an advert there was an advert on TV in the other room, and it said, blah blah blah, erectile dysfunction, and I was an erectile dysfunction, and then realised I'd misheard it, and then thought, no, actually, yeah, brain explosion, very small brain, big explosion. But yeah, so yeah, the group you used to run. Tell us a bit about the group.
It was called All Things Anatomy, Crime and Death, if I can remember rightly. It was basically just serial killers, crime. There was death scenes, videos, a lot of anatomy operations, things like that. But we ended up getting shut down numerous times, started it up numerous times. And that's how I lost my profile on Facebook originally. So we ended up just giving it up.
Right, and it was you and a couple of friends, wasn't it, that ran the group?
Yeah.
And it was a good group. It was weird. It was one of these groups that there was some proper fucking weirdos in it. I'm just going to say it. Samantha was someone called Samantha. Yep. Samantha, complete nut job. Just my opinion. But yeah, it was a weird group because you had serial killer fans, which is my thing. I'm obviously a serial. They say you're not allowed a fan, but fuck anyone who says you're not allowed to be a fan of serial killers, but fuck that. So you had serial killer fans because you had true crime stuff. Then you had execution videos, and then you had like accidents and stuff like that. So you had like a wide swathe of a wide swathe of different people, and yeah, it was odd. It was good, but there was like a lot of the stuff wasn't for me. I would never, because now like you see on Facebook and they have like a click if you want to uncover the video. I could never do it in that group. because it'd be like someone's fucking jaw hanging off. I remember seeing in there was a video. There was two videos that completely fucked my brain up. One was so many videos. One was some woman, probably about 40-year-old woman, helping an old person across the road. She got her arm around him, helping him across the road, and he stumbles, and they've crossed the first lane, and they're about to go on the next lane, and they have to wait because there's traffic coming. And he stumbles, and she goes to catch him, but she trips and falls, and her head goes under the wheel of a fucking lorry as it goes by. Do you remember that one? And I was like, and it's fucking scary how quick someone's gone. Like a second before, and it stuff like that. But then there was two. I'm going to say Norwegian. It's probably wrong, so I'm an idiot. There was two Norwegian tourists, students, backpackers in something like Africa, and some extremists, I want to say ISIS extremists or someone. They got into their tent. There's about 10 guys got in their tent, raped them all, and cut their throats, cut their heads off. And someone put a video of that in, and I was like, wow, fucking hell. Do you know what I mean? Really, really, I would have to. It was probably not my most challenging wank, but no, it was just. It was. Do you know what I mean? It was really, really fucking disturbing. Really disturbing.
Very
of those things, like the medical stuff and the execution videos and the serial killer stuff, what is your favour of that sort of thing?
Well, I was the true crime writer. I used to write up all the true crime stories.
That's right. That's right. Didn't we have we had a group, didn't we? Me and you had our own Facebook group about serial killers.
Yeah, the Murder Hotel, is it?
I've got so many fucking groups. Zuckerberg probably owes me fucking money, so I'm keeping Facebook going. To be honest, was it Murder Hotel?
I think so. Yeah, we need to get it up and running again.
Yeah, we probably fucking should. Yeah, right. But no, it was a good group, and in the end, like you say, it was just shut down because it was too fucking much. I think for people, especially now.
Yeah.
I'm getting banned for stuff. Go on, sorry.
Sorry, we were just getting like restrictions all the time and getting videos pulled, shut our accounts and things. It just wasn't worth it in the end.
No, not at all. I'm getting banned for stuff I posted like 5 years ago.
Yeah, that was it. Your posts getting pulled. So,
but half the time, the problem was the posts are getting pulled, and the posts have been shared from somewhere else on Facebook. So they're already on fucking Facebook. The Zuckerberg's just a fucking knobhead. They're already on Facebook, so they're there. You've shared them from there. I'm fucking ranting now. You've shared them from, or someone's shared them from Facebook to Facebook, and then they go, "No, hold on a minute. Where did you get this filth? Fucking Facebook, man. Stop being a cunt." It just fucking winds the shit out of me. It really does. Everything winds me up. You know what I'm like? I'm stressed. Chat to you every day, and yeah. Everything winds me up, but yeah, especially Zuckerberg at the minute because he's just being a bit of a prick with everything. But so I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to chat about serial killers. I'll hit you with these questions first. Is that cool?
Go for it.
Just some. I don't know if I can read these without my glasses on, and I can't put my glasses on because then I do look like a serial killer, or a war criminal, or a war criminal serial killer. All right. So if you have to choose, tea or coffee.
Coffee, definitely.
Coffee.
Yeah, I used to, but I like my coffee now. I need it. I need the stimulus.
For me, it depends who's making it. I can only drink tea if my mate Jim, who's the biggest stoner in the world, lives down in Dorset. If he's making it, I'll have a tea every time. Jim tea is the best tea in the world. Otherwise, it's coffee. Right, I know I probably know the answer to this. Chinese or Indian food?
That's a tough one, but I'm gonna have to go Indian. But no one in my house eats Indian, so I'm gonna have to come and have one with you.
You're gonna have to do it. If it was a choice, you'd probably say Mexican. I would have thought.
Yes.
Mexican food. Your favourite dessert? Someone says to you, right, you can have any dessert. What you having? My fucking mouth's watering at the thought of food. It's always food with me.
Apple pie. My nan's apple pie. It's amazing.
Apple pie is nice. Apple crumble, lemon meringue. Fuck, I'm getting
Oh,
fat. Sorry, I'm getting fatter. Sat here thinking about this food. Apple pie though. Oh god. Do you have anything on it or
just shitloads of sugar.
shitloads of sugar? Who are these fucking monsters that put custard on it? What's that about?
Oh, I love a bit custard. You've got to have
You know,
custard.
we're finally going to fall out after like 4 years. Custard, oh, custard. It just looks like pus. Wait, 3 horrors. If you have to put, you put on a horror movie night. You put on a horror movie night. I'm coming around. We're going to watch some films. What 3 horror films are we watching?
We're watching Pet Cemetery.
I've never seen it.
Oh, we're watching it.
I've never,
I'm gonna go the original Fright Night because it's my favourite.
that's amazing. I like the sequel too.
Yeah, and I can't. Let me think of a third. Something like The Mist. I love The Mist just because of the iconic.
Mist is like, I saw a meme the other day that just reminded, it made me think of the Mist. It had a picture of him in the car at the end, and it said, and I think it may have been you that shared it. It may not. It may have been, and it had a picture of Thomas Jane, the actor, and all the other people there in the car, the old couple and the woman and the kid, pretty much Walking Dead cast. They sat in the car, and it says, "I'm this impatient." That's what the meme said. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
if he'd waited like fucking 2 minutes or something. What the fuck? That's such a good film. Is it based, because you're a big Stephen King fan, aren't you?
I am.
Is that based on a novel, or is
It's
it
like
just a short? Right, yeah. Some of his shorts are better than I'm not a big Stephen King. Everyone hates me for it, but I'm not. Drama likes him, but I'm not a big fan of it. Have you ever watched The Mist in black and white, or the black and white version?
No, I don't think so.
It's on YouTube. It's. I don't know why I always say this. I say this to everyone. Everyone's like, "Okay, Scoop, it's the same fucking film, obviously, but it's black and white." And for some reason, it's more fucking tense because it's got that try again. It's got that B movie feel to it. You know what I mean? Really good,
Oh.
really good. Fright Night. You mentioned Fright Night there. I fucking love Fright Night. Have you ever seen? There was a blatant kind of rip off, but I quite enjoyed it. Called Never Cry Werewolf.
No, but I'll write that.
It's good. I really enjoyed it. It's cheesy as fuck, but it stars. This is how much of a rip off it is for me. It stars Nina Dobrev out of Vampire Diaries, who I'm quite partial to, and it stars the guy who used to play Hercules, now like Xena and Hercules, Kevin Sorbo. So she's living in her house with her parents, who you never really see. She's living in a house. She's got a geeky best friend who's a bit of a nerd and blah, blah, blah. But she suddenly starts to suspect that the guy next door is killing women. And then she becomes convinced that he's a werewolf. Yeah. So what she does, she contacts, do you know, like you get these reality TV shows and stuff? There's this big game hunter played by Kevin Sorbo. She hires him. It's like they do with old Roddy McDowell. He's on the TV thing, isn't he? The Charlie Brewster gets Roddy McDowell off, and he gets him to come. She gets this guy, Kevin Sorbo, to come and hunt the werewolf and all that. Then her best mate gets bitten, and it's the same fucking film, but with tits, because she's the lead. Do you know what I mean? And you know, I like tits. Tits are good, and it works. And she's nice anyway. But yeah, I went off on a Nina Dobrev tangent then. Nina Dobrev and apple. Nina Dobrev and apple pie. Yeah.
Custard,
Wait. No. Sorry, say again.
Say no custard.
No custard. Although I could probably handle custard for Nina Dobrev. Your favourite 3 authors?
There's a fantastic author called Kelvin V. Allison. I've got to recommend him. Yeah.
Thank you.
I've read most of his work. Just throwing that out there.
Doesn't give you a choice really. Just says read inbox. Read this now.
But I enjoy it. I love it. Keeps me going.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to say Stephen King, although I do find a lot of his newer stuff can drag a bit. So I am like a King fan. And I'm going to throw in James Herbert as my third because I'm just getting into the Ash series. I love the Ghosts of Sleep. So
I have only read about five books by him: Rats, Blair, Magic Cottage, Haunted, and then The Ghost of Sleep. You say you read that one?
Yeah.
Haunted for me is, there's only two books that have ever scared me to read. Haunted's one of them. It absolutely fucking terrified the fuck out of me. Really, really scared me. No idea why. It just the fucking ghosts absolutely fucking broke me. And the film is a fucking love story. What's that shit about? Have you ever seen the film?
No, never.
The film's got like Aidan Quinn. I don't know what happened to him. Aidan Quinn and maybe Kate Beckinsale. Aidan Quinn plays Ash, and Kate Beckinsale is the sister of the daughter. Yeah, the sister, and it's like a fucking. It's like Hereditary. It's not as bad as Hereditary because nothing is, but it's just utter dog shit, really. But yeah, so you're enjoying Stephen James Herbert.
Yeah. I don't really get much time to read having two children, so
Yeah,
I'm slowly making my way through Haunted at the minute, so don't ruin it.
I nearly did. I nearly fucked that up for you then. No, it is good. It really, really. I nearly went. The bit that scares me the most is. I'm glad I fucking didn't. Wait. Yeah. No, it's really good book. It's really good, and it's just fucking. The other book that scared me the most is by Duncan Ralston, Midwives. There's just one scene, which, yeah, just terrifying. Uh, but no, yeah, James Herbert. James Herbert. Have they? Have they? Have you ever seen the film Rats? They made a film Rats. I don't know
Oh,
if it's based. I think it might be based on his book because he's famous for Rats. You know what I mean? There was a film that came out around 1980, Blur, early 1980s, and it was set in America though, as opposed to Rats being set in England. And it was basically like fucking dogs with fur on them, and it just looked really shit, really really bad. But worth a laugh. Do you know what I mean? But so that's your three favorite authors, and they say we're not allowed to have favorite serial killers. Three favorite serial killers. Being a true crime fan.
the ones that most interest me are probably Jeffrey Dahmer,
Hmm.
but Ted Kemper. I know he's one of your
Kemper,
favourites.
it's my boy.
Um,
He's my boy. Yeah.
and probably Eileen Warnos, but only because I like to get in the argument with people when they're like, "Oh, poor Eileen, poor Eileen." I just
Yeah.
can't. So I just like
No,
to argue.
I'm not a poor Eileen fan. A poor Eileen. She was. I watched some of the interviews with her, and she's terrifying. Like utterly, I know what happened to her was bad.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
really, really bad. But you know, she. I don't know, because I'm going to go. You know, what happened to her was bad, but it doesn't condone what she did. And then in the next breath, I'll be going, poor Ed Kemper, that poor man, his mother. What a bitch! It wasn't poor Ed's fault because I'm a fanboy, and you shouldn't be a fan apparently, but I fucking love Ed Kemper, really do. Uh, but it's weird with serial killers because I do the serial killer newspapers and we sell loads of Dharma. I sell loads of Dharma coasters and the newspapers I make. I sell loads of Dharma, loads of Bundy. Young lasses are fucking obsessed with. I can change him. You know, he's not a bad guy. Obsessed with Dharma Ramirez. How is anyone? How is that? And if you get into a debate, you used to get it in your group. You get into a debate with women. Sounds like a woman. How I'm not with young women about Ramirez who would be fucking obsessed, like sexually obsessed with Ramirez. I'm like, A, look at his fucking teeth, yeah, and B, he raped like an 11-year-old boy, and oh man, what the but Ramirez, Dharma, and Bundy, people seem to go fucking bananas for,
Yeah.
really, really banana. You know, it's more of an intellectual person. I think likes Kemper, like obviously like us. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's people are fanatical about like the other three. Really weird. Sell a lot of Gacy. What's going on with me? I think we're having a heart attack. That'd be good. Heart attack on air. On air. Oh yeah, sell a lot of a bit of Gacy, but I've made one serial killer coaster, no one touches. Yeah. And I think it's because he looks like a little sad little man. Berkowitz.
Yeah. You did make
Son of-
one. Yeah,
Did
you
I?
did me. Yeah.
That's right, yeah. In general, I have these coasters. No one buys Arlene Wernos. I've got H.H. Holmes, Arlene Wernos, Berkowitz. No one touches them. And you know, it's a weird thing with Berkowitz. I always think that only just scapegoat, or he was part of a bigger thing. That it was more than just one person walking around shooting couples in cars. I've long thought that there was more than there was a group of them. Do you know what I mean? And when it comes to getting caught, they were like, "Yeah, throw you under the bus." Uh, but have you ever seen the film based on all that lot, Summer of Sam?
I haven't. You're making me seem really shit at the minute because I've just never seen any of these
No.
films.
How dare you? It's got it's set in I suppose the area where it happens, and you've got Adrian Brody with the big nose. He's in it as he's been away and he comes back to the area and he's a punk and he's talking with an English accent when he's American and all that. And it's basically the whole film is about the community. There's nothing about the murders really. It's all about the community and everyone turning and suspecting it's him and all this. And it's a really good film, really good soundtrack. It's really good. There's one scene in it where you've got it's meant to be Berkowitz. There's a guy sitting on a bed, and there's his dog out the back because the Berkowitz said his dog made him. A dog made him do it. So there's a dog out the back barking and barking, and he's like, "Shut up, going mental." And he's sat on his bed, and this fucking black Labrador walks into his bedroom and sits down in front of him. He looks at the black Labrador, and the black Labrador looks up at him, and when it moves its mouth, words come out of its mouth like people words. You know what I mean? It's fucking trippy as fuck. You know, but yeah, definitely worth a watch. Another film, try another film out of there. What got you into the serial killer, true crime, horror type thing? Was it?
Was from a very young age. I was raised watching horror movies with my parents. We used to go Friday and rent one. And then serial killers as well. That was my parents. My mum used to collect those magazines you used to get. Was it like weekly or monthly?
Yeah,
yeah. And I used to read.
That's where mine was.
I was about seven or eight or something like that, and just used to devour them.
Yeah. You got to watch out for the staples when you do that because they get stuck in you. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's the same thing. I used to read. Yeah, see, you were at 7, so I've already been about 46 by then, and I used to read that because my dad's pet witch would have all these books about serial killers lying around, and I would do the same. If they're there, you're there, you pick up, and you just do it, didn't you? Loved it. But and it stayed with you. You're still a big fan.
Yeah. Now I've got you to talk to you.
Yeah. No, torture me. That's fine. That's good. What does that even say? I haven't got my glasses. I can't really fuck all this. I'm professional, which isn't, it's to be expected. Yeah, music wise, who are your? I probably know the answer to this, but this is for the benefit of everyone else. If you had to just choose 3 people to listen to for the rest of the time, singers, groups, bands, are they bands? Same, who would you go with?
Poison, obviously.
Definitely.
Scorpions as well.
Scorpions,
they're amazing. Then Blink-182, but only because I grew up.
Is your thing growing up? Yeah. What about is it Mogwai you listen to?
Mogwai, yes, I do love Mogwai, but it's more like instrumental. Progressive.
Right. Yeah. I've only heard a couple. I think that's for you. I've heard a couple of tracks by him.
Now you've said that, I'm going to send you loads.
Do it. There's one in particular I've listened to loads, and I don't know what the fuck it's called, so it's pointless me mentioning it. But yeah. So serial killers. Going back on serial killers because I'm just fucking obsessed. Who is your all-time favorite? Like you mentioned 3. My eyes falling out. It's fine.
Today, I was thinking about this today, and I find the Axeman of New Orleans really fascinating. The fact that he has so all over this place.
He's the guy correct me if I'm wrong, and I probably am going to be wrong, so I'm normally wrong. Is he the guy that said he used to put a thing in the paper and he'd interact with the papers quite a bit, and it said he will kill the residents of any house that doesn't have jazz music playing? Is that
Yeah.
right? Or that does have? Which one was it? That doesn't or does? One of them.
He gave them like a time frame. I think it was 12:15, and he said if you don't play jazz, then you're at risk of being a victim. So basically,
Yeah, yeah.
like everyone played jazz,
And
no one died.
they never caught him, did they?
Never, no.
Had to have been a fucking jazz musician. Seriously, like, you know what I mean? I don't know if records were a thing back then, but he's like, fuck's sake, I've got no one's buying my shit at all. I've got an idea. We should do it with our novels. Anyone that is not reading 12 or any of the Ghoul books between now and forever is at risk of getting executed.
We always joke about it.
Do it. Go on, yeah, kill spree, but do it. Because we get taken down by YouTube. I don't know what's going on with my fucking hair. There isn't a lot of hair. Lisa Beadle commented the other day. Did you see what she said?
I did about your
hair? Hairy Mary. Yeah, she said you need to shave because I've got my Mary there. She said this is going to sound really, really weird, but you need to shave your Mary. Yeah, it needs a shave. I'll be honest. But yeah, see, back to the New Orleans Axeman. They're the ones that I love. Him, Jack the Ripper, not so much H.H. Holmes, but the Zodiac Killer, stuff like that. See, I am of the opinion, again, I'm very opinionated, as you know me. I'd want the fame because I'm just an attention whore. I really am, and you've probably never noticed, but I just want all the attention all the time. And if I was doing these crimes, I wouldn't want someone else to get the fucking credit. Do you know what I mean? Like, I honestly think that's the thing with BTK. Is another one that interests me. BTK, fuck, I'm thinking about Burger King now. Sorry, BTK quit for about 20 years, didn't he? Dennis Rader did about half his killings and then quit for 20 years, put his kids through college, you know, had kids, raised his kids, was a pillar of the community, and then fucking started again. He must have been sat at home and gone, oh, what should I do? I know. I'll fucking just start killing people again because I'm a mad bastard. How does someone go from being a complete mental, like a complete fucking raging maniac? Is he a psychopath or a sociopath? I'm not sure which one he was. Couldn't be a sociopath because he cares about his kids and he's giving them a good life. So I think. But you go from being a complete maniac that's breaking into people's homes and killing and rape. Was he raping them? He was being a complete monster, wasn't he? And then you go, right, I'm just going to be normal for 20 years. And then because the thoughts that must have been going through his fucking head for 20 years, how many people has he considered, I'm going to fucking kill you, and then just not do it? Do you know what I mean? And in the end, I believe the police caught him because he started sending letters. I don't know if he did originally, but when he started again, he was sending letters to the police or to the press, and it was on like fucking headed paper or something, wasn't it? The paper that
he fucked up.
it was almost like he wanted to be caught. You know what I mean? He wanted the credit. I think he wanted the credit.
I'm not sure. You never know if they slip up by accident because they get too comfortable or
do they want too confident. But they've not caught us yet. So fuck. Yeah. No, so that's what I like. I like Jack the Ripper and things like what are your thoughts on Jack the Ripper?
Again, another clever man. If you can get away with murder, I mean, how many years is it now? And we have theories,
or woman. Could have been a woman.
Very true.
Just yeah, but drama. While we were driving around England earlier this year, actually, there was a news report that came that she'd seen that they'd found out who Jack the Ripper was. I will post a link to it in the comments for this video, purely so people watch the video. But yeah, apparently someone, it was the great, possibly great granddaughter of some copper that worked it at the time, had, she was like a forensic blah whatever, fucking I don't know what they are, and she'd found some link to something, and apparently they knew who the guy was, and he was yeah, and they'd found Jack the Ripper. It was in the fucking papers and everything. But this may have been a fucking dream, because every time I mention this to someone, they go, "You sure, crackhead?" Do you know what I mean? So I may have imagined it. But yeah, any others that interest you? Just like you say about the Axeman of New Orleans.
Um, people who go time getting away with it, like Gary Ridgway. I think he was 17 years. The Green River Killer.
Yeah, mad. And there's some really violence. There was a guy in because we say we both live in County Durham. Darlington is probably not that far from either of us. About what, 20-minute drive. There was some. Was he a cannibal? Some guy in Darlington killed. What did he do? Killed David something, wasn't it?
David Harker. He took a woman home one night and killed her and allegedly ate her.
That's what the fuck is that about? How fucking hungry, and I'm always hungry. Do you know what I mean? But the lass and the bloke says, "I really want to eat you," and she's like, "Cool," and he's like, "No, you're not listening to what I'm saying." Do you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, but what the fuck? There was a.
But I mean,
go on.
He got too cocky and was telling people that he'd done it. So
it's mad with people that to think, because that seems like close to home. I used to work with a guy. There's 4 minutes left. So I'll be quick with this. I used to work with a guy who is in prison now, still, and he's called the Thursday Rapist. He's down in Chichester, down in West Sussex. Who of a night time there would be me working in the paint shops, paint spraying. There'd be a guy called Kevin would work in the sheet metal shop, and this guy Mark Campbell would work in another sheet metal shop. And because we were completely understaffed and we should have been working the night alone, we had to have a first aider. Mark was a first aider, so Mark would walk around every hour, check on Kevin, stand chat to him for 10 minutes, then come and check on me, chat for 10 minutes, and go back to his own place. Sometimes it'd be 2 hours, and it's pointless because if you fall over and have an accident just after he's gone, you're bleeding to death for 45 minutes, whatever, before he comes back. Anyway, Mark Campbell used to do this, so we worked night shifts with him for 2 years. I would honestly say, hand on heart now, probably one of the nicest people I've ever met. This sounds mad in a minute, what I'm going to say. Fucking lovely bloke. I stopped working with him and I found out about 5 years later, he was this fucking rapist that was going out while he was on shift with us and fucking picking women up and tying them up in his van and fucking raping them and then coming back to work. So people are going, has Mark been in? And we go, yeah, he come and checked on us at like 2:10, something like that. Absolute mental. The police should have caught him. They did a DNA test because he was arrested for being a peeping Tom at one point. And they did a DNA test. And then when they were doing this massive manhunt to find this Thursday rapist, because he was raping people on a Thursday night, but also there's a nightclub called Thursdays. And I think he was picking people up from there. Anyway, so they did a DNA test. They had his DNA on file. But then, and that was like 2000 and 1998, they had his DNA on file. And then when they were doing the DNA testing, his DNA got pushed to the back of the fridge and forgot about. So they then found it when they were moving fridges about 4 years later. So he had 4 years where he should have been caught and was just still out fucking raping. And yeah, that's fucking mad. When you know people, and if people say must have been a mental, and you go, he was a fucking lovely bloke, he'd do anything to help anyone. You know what I mean? Have you known anyone like that?
What, in real life or a serial killer?
Real life.
You.
Well, yeah, apart from me. You know what I mean? But fucking madness. We've talked for about half hour already, I think, and we've only got like 1 minute 40 seconds left because again I've dominated the chat and just fucking talked at you. But so we've got your book coming out in March, which is the Girl Who Loves Skulls. Maybe get some more stuff out and some more anthologies, And you got a lot
Yeah.
planned for the year. A lot planned for the year for writing.
Yep. Some with you. We've got
Definitely.
two works.
We need to. We need to get it done. We need to get more out there. But listen, thank you for chatting. When I let you
Thank
get the
you.
word in. No, we'd have to do it again, yeah?
Definitely.
You know what, this
Talk
is
about
weird because we've been friends for 4 years, and this is actually the longest we've chatted, I think. Or the
yeah,
longest I
especially one. Yeah, we've always got like drama or the children. This is the first
yeah,
time.
yeah. Always interrupted. Brilliant. Anyway, thank you for coming on.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Always. Thank you. Bye.